Hello YouTubers and welcome to the Inferno Project. Today I'm going to do another DVD discussion and I thought I would go with probably one of the more interesting box sets and probably one of the best box sets, as you guessed from the title, Dalek War. This is, I'd say, a virtually flawless box set. It's got quite an interesting history. Producer Barry Letts basically wanted a story to rival the 12-part phenomenon of the Daleks' master plan from 65 to 66, which sadly we're missing none of the parts. And to this day, the Daleks' master plan is the longest story in Doctor Who history. It is a 12-part story. I think the closest we've got to that so far is the War Games, which is a 10-parter. But anyway, the Dalek War box set is essentially a 12-part story split into two segments: Frontier in Space and Planet of the Daleks. And it features so many good things. There are so many good things. It does miss a unit, which is a symbolic part of the John Pertwee era, but I think we can move away from that. It's got the Daleks, it's got the Master, it's the return of the Ogrons from Day of the Daleks. It introduces us to a new sort of alien called the Draconians. It's a really, really great box set, and when I decided I wanted to do a DVD discussion on it, I decided to watch back again. My memories were that Planet of the Daleks was okay, and so was Frontier in Space. Having rewatched that, my opinions have completely changed. So, let's go on to the first one of the two, which is Frontier in Space. It's a 6-part story, and it is, in my opinion, it is the best out of the two. And I know a lot of people don't like that. Well, they prefer Planet of the Daleks. Frontier in Space, I love so much about. It is the last performance of the Roger Delgado Master. It's just a fantastic, fantastic story. It features the Draconians, it features the Ogrons, it features the Master, it has Joe Grant, the Third Doctor. It's an amazing futuristic story, sort of Cold War-like boundaries. Really an amazing story. I think it's hugely underrated. Some people say that this was the letdown of season 10. I completely disagree. I think this one is amazing. Frontier in Space is now one of my favourite Doctor Who stories after this. So it's an amazing story. The Draconians, bit of an interesting fact, were John Pertwee's favourite monster to work with. He thought they were the most realistic, as opposed to his hatred of working with the Daleks, who, as we know, don't appear until the very end, because it leads into the next story. Frontier in Space, some people complain it drags on, it's repetitive. Well, no, I disagree. I really enjoy it. It's an amazing story. Frontier in Space is now one of my firm favourites in Doctor Who. And then we have the second one, which is Planet of the Daleks. This one is, I don't think it's as good, personally, because the Daleks, I think, let it down. Which seems like a really odd thing to say, but the Daleks, though they're good, I think the main thing that annoys me is their voices. They're very sort of, I mean, the leader of the Daleks, who you see in Frontier in Space, has the most irritating Dalek voice I think I've ever heard. But they're annoying, but there could be a lot worse. But this is still a great story. It features the return of the Thals from the first ever Dalek story back in 1963-64. And it has a really, really interesting story. It doesn't link completely back to Frontier in Space. It doesn't complement everything, but it's really good. The set is so beautifully done. I thought I was on an alien world. They were on an alien world. It was very convincing, which I absolutely love. Really, really another really great story. In order to properly understand the first parts, you need to have watched Frontier in Space, but you can only get these in a box set, so what am I complaining about? It has some very nice sort of moments, a nice sort of introduction of sub-characters in the form of the Thals, who all, I think, have quite an interesting sort of story about them. You know, it does sometimes derive from very sort of stereotypical Doctor Who. You have the leader, the man questioning the leader, which has been repeated in the stories, such as the Crotons. I'm sure there are others, but off the top of my head, I can't think of any. But this is still a very, very good story, and yeah, these two very, very good. If you're wondering why I keep looking to the right, which I don't know if it's visible, but I have my dog doing all sorts of weird things. So, Rolo, are you being weird? Are you being weird? He's just looking straight back at me, blank eyes. Anyways, so that is the Dalek War box set. What are you doing? Come here. Come. Come here, you. Come. Come here. Come. Hello, mate. Hello. So the Dalek War box set is an amazing box set. I'd recommend it to any Doctor Who fan. If you don't like Jon Pertwee, then perhaps this isn't the best episode. But it is an amazing montage. And I think it has a lot of background to it. And plus, this is the last performance of Roger Delgado as the Master. You've got to appreciate it, and you can tell he was loving every minute of it. It's a great, great box set. I'd say more or less completely flawless. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Like the video. If you're not already subscribed, perhaps you should subscribe if you like what I do. And I know I said last in my last video I uploaded, I might branch into other sort of talking about other stuff. Perhaps leave a comment about what I should talk about. I could talk about, well, I'll leave that up to you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.